Society has spent centuries teaching you that being alone is a punishment. They label the man who walks alone as broken, weird, or antisocial. But they do this because they are terrified of what happens when a man actually discovers himself. A crowd is a place where you go to be mediocre. A crowd is where you go to dilute your vision, to conform to the rules, and to seek validation from people who are just as lost as you are. But the lone architect knows something the crowd will never understand. True power is never found in the middle of a group. It is found in the deep, freezing cold of solitude. It is found in the silence, where you have no choice but to face your own soul. Marcus Aurelius once wrote, "Nowhere can man find a quieter or more untroubled retreat than in his own soul." He was an emperor. He was surrounded by thousands of people, yet he mastered the art of being alone in the crowd. He understood that if your happiness depends on the people around you, you are their slave. If you need their applause to feel successful, you are not a leader, you are a performer. The lone architect doesn't walk alone because he hates people. He walks alone because he refuses to let the noise of the world distract him from the blueprint he is building. Keep the flow heavy, slow, and continuous. Think about the most successful men in history. The inventors, the conquerors, the masters of their craft. They all spent years in the dark. They didn't have a support group. They didn't have a cheerleader squad. They had a vision, and they had the discipline to stay loyal to that vision when everyone else was busy living in the normal world. You must cultivate this ability. You must treat your solitude as a laboratory. When you are alone, you can experiment, you can fail, you can learn, and you can rebuild without the judgment of the small minds who are afraid of your progress. The psychology of the lone architect is based on one principle: internal autonomy. When you are alone, you are forced to become your own best friend, your own judge, and your own toughest critic. You stop looking for external validation because you have already accepted your own standard. You stop fearing rejection because you have already accepted yourself. This makes you untouchable. When someone tries to hurt you, it doesn't land. When someone tries to influence you, it doesn't move you. You are like a rock in the middle of the ocean. The waves crash against you, but you remain unmoved. Most people stay in toxic relationships, boring jobs, and mediocre social circles just because they are terrified of the void. They are afraid that if they stop talking to people, they will have to face their own thoughts. And that is exactly where the gold is hidden. The thoughts you are running away from are the very things you need to master. The insecurities, the fears, the doubts, these are the materials you use to build your character. You don't build an empire by running away from your darkness. You build it by walking into it, owning it, and using it as the foundation for your architecture. Stop apologizing for your need for space. Stop feeling guilty for turning down invitations that drain your soul. Your time is the most expensive thing you own. Why are you spending it on people who do not add value to your life? Why are you trading your potential for a few minutes of social entertainment? You need to be selfish with your time. You need to be a guardian of your focus. If a person or a habit is not helping you reach the next level of your architecture, cut it out. You are not losing them. You are gaining yourself. Slow down for the closing, make it powerful. One day, the crowd will stop laughing. One day, the people who called you weird or lonely will start asking you how you got there. They will see the empire you've built. They will see the strength in your eyes, and they will want to know the secret. And you will just smile. Because you know the secret wasn't a magic trick. It was just the courage to walk the path that no one else was brave enough to take. You were the architect of your own life. You were the master of your own silence. From this moment on, stop fearing the aloneness. Start embracing it. Use it to sharpen your mind, to build your body, and to forge an iron will. You are not just building a life, you are building a legacy. And legacies are not built by the crowd. They are built by the one, the lone architect. If you are ready to stop following and start building, subscribe to the Eternal Mindset. Join the few who choose the path of the mountain. Stay calm, stay strong, and walk your own path.